anymore.
Yes.
Good morning. Today is May 28th. I had to go back and count my months. May 28th, 2024, and the time is now 8:01. I'm Kevin Day, Chair of the Custer County Board of Commissioners. I'll call this meeting of the board to order. You have your cell phones, please silence them at this time. And asked before, Lucas, would you like to do the invitation this morning?
I can do that.
And Bill, if you'd lead us in the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Please join me in the prayer. Lord, I just pray for this day. I just thank you for the wonderful weather that we're having, the beautiful sunshine that you're bestowing upon us. Lord, I just pray for all our citizens. I pray for that you pour your blessing out upon them, and I ask for wisdom in making the decisions for this county for the betterment of all. And I pray these things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Get a roll call.
Commissioner Day,
Present.
Commissioner Kanda,
Here.
Commissioner Epp,
Present.
and County Attorney Dan Slater.
Here.
Clerk to the board, Kelly Cantor, present.
All right. And audience introduction. Let's start over here with the new guy.
I'm glad to be back. Slowly working my way to be back here. Trying to get to where Dr. will release me to drive. And working from home. Glad to be continuing to work. Thank you. Thank you all so much for your support. And it's appreciated, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, Bob
Thank you.
and Gayla.
Daily Day, that one.
Mike Chesser.
Jim Shapland.
All right, and we've got Alexis and Jeff online. So if anybody goes to speak later, if you could identify yourself for the record, I would greatly appreciate it. Any amendments to the agenda?
None. None from this.
Okay. Approval of the minutes, May 15th.
Move we accept the minutes as presented, May, was it 16th, did you say? 15th. Yeah.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor to approve the minutes for May 15th. Any discussion on those? Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, that motion carries. Commissioner items, Commissioner Kanda.
Couple quick things. The TV towers are moving along. The channels are being worked. The stations agreed to send it via an IP through Hilltop. Hilltop, I've been dealing with them. They're gonna connect it directly where they are in the shed that's there today. So that's a good quick fix. It's gonna be like streaming, and they'll be responsible for the outages that way.
Good.
And so, but what we will do, and I'll have to see what there's gonna be a monthly charge, and I'll get that laid out for the county to be on in the near. It's like a $200 sign up, $100 a month, something like that, for just like it would be a member on the internet for Hilltop
To the county.
to the county.
I thought they were providing the TV.
They
Are they gonna provide us free advertising?
I don't know. It's the once and when we get the fiber broadband in off the big program, then we'll have a line that'll be brought up probably at Bunker Hill Road, and then we can connect directly to it rather than streaming through Hilltop. But that's an interim fix with the program. Pretty cheap fix for me. And the Indian Nation, I wasn't able to meet up with the Navajos yet, because he got called on San Biswood did, but I will be meeting with him this week. And the reason I'm gonna be able to meet with him this week is because I'm not gonna be able to hit the CCI meeting. I have to back off. Joanne's just, she needs time to heal up, and I need to take, be at home to do that with her. So I've got, I asked Mark Carmel to go to the meeting, so we don't waste the, I need him there for the broadband. Anyway.
Okay.
And then that way he can take you around.
Okay.
To show you some of the things, because he's been to many of these meetings, and the broadband piece is especially important.
I won't be there.
Or,
He's
oh,
gonna,
you're gonna go this time.
and Bob.
Okay, I got mixed up with who, we've been swapping. But
It's all good.
he'll be there.
So look
So
at
you-
Mark Carmel.
Mark Carman, I'll have him find you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so
I'll have
I'll,
my room under an alias.
yeah. I kept thinking, I don't, we flipped coins here on this one. But I got Bob, or Mike is working that, and so we'll get the stuff transferred so that
Okay.
he can get there and represent us as well.
Sounds good.
And that's all I got. Oh, one last thing, the ceremony yesterday for veterans, or this Memorial Day ceremony, I thought was great. Even the weather cooperated this time. Last year, we were freezing and blowing off the place.
Oh, that was great.
And this year, sunburns for everybody, and then the F-16s that aimed right at us. Wasn't that something? Yeah, they were fantastic going over the way they did. So everybody was there, I think, enjoyed the solemn ceremony that it was. And I know we all three were there, so that was a good thing. Thanks.
Yeah. No problem. That's good, yeah.
Commissioner,
Oh, lost my train of thought here.
F-16s will do that to you.
Yeah, one more, roofing contractor is looking at the roof today, so I think they actually showed up yesterday, but. So they're looking at the roof, so we should have some. Should have 3 bids or around 3 bids, so. We'll see what they are, we'll see what that looks like. We're still trying to get at least one more bid for the generator up there at the tower, Vermont Tower, but. So far it's maintaining running. So far we have 1, so we're at least trying to get 2 that are apples to apples as comparison as.
You're looking to replace it or repair it? What's? the-
Well, one of them is just, get a new,
transfer switch.
transfer switch. And leave the
Yeah.
generator there, because the generator, they thought the generator was working just fine, and it is, it runs just fine.
So it's transfer switches.
So the transfer switch,
That's,
one guy backed out, so there's another problem, wanted to do the job and then decided not to do the job.
just to install a transfer switch, really?
Yeah, the whole thing, really, so.
Did he give you a price on the transfer? So they were like $2,500 not long ago, but it's probably.
Yeah, it's probably around there, still around there, so. So we're still waiting to see.
Well, maybe there won't be any snow, but you don't count on that.
Yeah, I hope not. Hope not. Yeah. I had something else, but I'll just see if I can think about it. in the
Okay.
meantime.
Was it the staff reports? You doing that?
No, no.
All right. So transfer switch is available if we know that by then.
Yeah, we can put one in there.
Okay, I had heard that the Kohler transfer switch for that unit was not available before, so.
Oh, see, we can put an aftermarket one in and just put the whole thing in there. So
And then that'll still communicate with the state and everything.
should communicate with state and should communicate with Kohler's engine, yeah.
Okay. Letter the other day, I wanted to read real quick, to the county commissioners. In August 2024, we will have lived in Silver Cliff Heights for 21 years. We've been very grateful for the road crews that service our county road 255 in all kinds of weather. These special hardworking people need a pat on the back. On Wednesday morning, May 15th, 2024, I phoned the road department and talked to Sherry. I told her that the road grader accidentally hit my mailbox. She said she would send someone out to repair it. This morning, the mailbox frame was replaced. I'm happy and very impressed with this excellent speedy repair. Please be aware of the fine people that are working for our, they said town, but I changed that to county.
Also,
That came from Daryl, Bevan. So I just, we had gotten that, and so many times, we don't take the time to read the stuff that comes in appreciation of our different departments, so I wanted to get that read.
that's good.
The other thing that I have here today is, I'd like to let everybody know that, after much back and forth and thinking and praying, I have decided to go ahead and run again for county commissioner. So this will be my official announcement that I'm running. And just thank you one and all, and I guess I just ask for prayers as we move forward. So. And that is all that I have here this morning.
If I may. So the auditor will be back in here tomorrow and Thursday. They knew we had this meeting in here today and they had enough to do from the office, so they'll be back in here tomorrow.
Okay.
Since you brought that up, Mike, the announcement for the finance director went worldwide. I mean, we got 5 or more websites. I heard a bunch more than that.
Yeah.
True.
I was gonna recap that here in just a minute, but yes, sir, that is correct.
Okay.
But, quite a bit of action going on.
Okay, well, you're more.
Okay, and that's all.
I guess that would be your turn then, if you wanted to fill us in on
I
that.
just briefly want to bring everybody up to date as to the status of those that we did place for the Director of Finance and Accounting. The first 4 that we did were actually the recommendations of Bob and then also Lisa from Redlands. We took those and they did require some membership into the organizations in order to place ads within their site, and then they distribute to all of their contacts that they have within their database. And so I feel real confident about those being placed. And then one of those actually offered a what they call a bonus package to include multiple online job recruiting sites, including ZipRecruiter, Indeed, Glassdoor, and many others that are pretty popular in that industry. And so in addition to the ones that Bob had recommended, we also got this bump in 20 additional online agencies that's going to be activating those. Those did not immediately go into effect as the others did when I placed those ads. Those are happening this week. And so those will be popping on, and those will be running for a minimum of a 30-day timeline, as well as the others.
Good. What about the newspaper?
The newspapers have not been placed as of yet, to coordinate as to which newspapers we want to actually place those into, and then get the cost for those, but the newspaper ads have not been placed as of
So
yet.
we need to decide that now. You've got some recommendations, or do we want to do it in the meeting? Well, we need to do it soon, like.
I mean, we were planning on, we've always done it in the 2 papers here in town, whether we want to do another paper or else.
Pueblo or Springs.
Yeah, I'd say just pick those 4 and.
Yeah.
Go for a month and.
Okay.
Ditto.
Sounds good to me. Anything else, or
That's it.
Kelly, you got anything? I'll come back to you now, Dan.
I think I mentioned this to Commissioner Day, but in case I didn't mention to the other two. I have to step out of here at 8:30 for court to go across the street. But it's a very short hearing, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
And then I'm going to the county attorney's conference next week in Breckenridge, so that's why.
Pretty close to I guess where I'm headed. this
On the
year.
other side, yeah, you're on the other side of the battle.
So,
Yeah, yeah, where you're going.
all right. Have no unfinished business. So first item on new business would be the approval of the accounts payable.
I didn't see anything, abnormal. I will pass on any other comments.
No, I didn't see anything either. Is pretty typical business as usual.
I would entertain a motion then.
I move we approve the accounts payable.
57,000
Yeah, $57,000.
$54.63. I would second that. Further discussion?
The grand total is actually
Yeah, the bottom line.
129,000.
Down at the bottom.
Oh, I
Keep
was under
scrolling.
under general fund, my mistake, sir. I didn't scroll all the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
129, 102, 55. That's that, man.
Now,
I will.
I get used to it, and then I wanna do it all the time.
Well, yeah.
It's like eating donuts.
That's okay.
Other than the correction in the grand total, is there any other discussion?
No, there isn't.
All right, anything from you, sir?
No.
Those in favor of approving the AP for $129,102.55 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, that motion carries. We have consideration of the all hazard response service mutual aid agreement.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hi,
Rob.
Robin, how you doing?
So you should have the agreement in your email if you had a chance to
Yep, we got it.
review it. There's nothing that I would say looks out of order or unusual. It's a mutual aid agreement with all of Pueblo, which is going to be one of our biggest mutual aid folks. It's also, Beulah, which is pretty close to us, as well as all of the agencies here. When we first had this drawn up, they left off Wetmore. And so I'm going to have that added correctly. And we'll carry on with adding them into this agreement. And Kevin, I don't know if you're going to the meeting Thursday?
If I am back in time, I will.
Okay,
May or may not be.
okay, so either that or they have an open house the first week in June, so maybe if it can be presented to the board, then maybe I can at least get the signature.
Okay, yeah.
What part of Wetmore do they need to add?
Fire,
It's on there.
It is on this.
it's on there, but it's spelled wrong.
So
So
Wetmore.
Wetmore, yes.
The paint company.
Yes, so we'll get that changed. Thank you, Kelly, for pointing that out.
Yeah. Yeah, in the one on page 5, it's actually spelled correctly, but it's not on the other place here. It's
Yeah,
on the
so
signature line, I don't think.
I'm just gonna add it at another page.
Okay.
It's the same we've always had, right? Or is it anything added? Or
Um,
What's different?
Well, there's been separate. EMS had one, fire had one.
First consolidated one.
I believe so.
I thought we had.
Or maybe we had one before. I'm not really certain.
So everybody, it's gonna take time to,
Remember,
it'll take a while
I
to get it.
want to say yes, but
It's gonna take a while to get all
It'll
the
take a while to
Pueblos.
get all the things. I hope
signatures.
nothing happens.
Well, it could be binding anyway. Basically, the mutual aid agreements are often without charge as a good neighborly act, 24, 48, 72 hours. A really good neighbors would be 72 hours where it would be free, but if you're loaning a crane or, loaning
on-
personnel, it really adds up. So this one is a standard 24-hour agreement. So if we had resources come in, the first 24 hours are free. After that, the time
Depends on
is,
what they-
is clicking, yeah.
I believe you commented that the Pueblo County is not a part of this agreement.
Yeah, I have some issues with the parties to the agreement, it's not really. It's just set up weird where the Pueblo County isn't a
One way.
part of it, but we are.
And-
And where I think our county sheriff, I remember Pueblo County Sheriff is a part of it, but our sheriff is a separate signatory. I mean, I think there's some changes that could be made.
There are probably a few inconsistencies that way. Although I will say the Office of Emergency Management is within the Pueblo Emergency Services Bureau. So that might explain one of those,
Which is out of the sheriff's office.
correct?
So I see that the Bureau Chief of the Emergency Services Division, Pueblo County Sheriff's Office.
And I don't sign anything, so I just
Yeah,
had them put your name on it.
do you know if there was a reason that Pueblo County per se was not part of this?
I did not ask. I did not notice until Dan brought it up.
Pueblo County Board of Commissioners.
But yeah, we were saying Pueblo OEM.
City, you looking for the municipality?
No, on the top of it, I don't, Pueblo County.
Here's the municipal and here's the,
Well, that may be, but they're not listed as a party on the top.
oh, they're not listed up here?
I think. Let's go to the very first paragraph of the page.
Fire Chief City. Bureau Chief,
Yeah, go to the very.
Bureau
first
Chief
paragraph.
and Fire Chief.
Very first paragraph.
Names the parties.
Okay, Pueblo Municipal
It doesn't have Pueblo
Corporation.
County,
Pueblo
but then
County,
it doesn't have Custer, that's what it is, they want Custer County as a party.
Custer doesn't have us. Custer
Yeah.
County EMS,
They have the sheriff's office and the OEM, but they don't have
Board of
county,
Commissioners,
Custer
don't
County as a
sign it.
party.
Oh, the Westcliff?
As chairman, Board of County Commissioners.
What about the, you looking for
I think he's
municipality?
looking
No, no,
at
no.
the first
No.
page.
Very first paragraph, see, Custer County, the county
Oh.
itself is not listed as a part of.
Custer County Sheriff's
But
Office.
Pueblo County
You're
is
right,
listed as a
I
party.
guess we need to be, if we're signing.
One would think. Sorry, my
what do
computer's
you want-
dead, all right.
What do you want to say in that first sentence?
Just add in the bottom, and then in the listing, just add Custer County
Yeah, I think that.
Colorado political subdivision.
political subdivision or Colorado.
Okay.
Just like it's Pueblo's listed. We don't have anything with Fremont on.
Probably a different agreement.
Yeah.
We
I
probably
know we haven't.
do. Would you like me to search for that?
We already have an EMS agreement of some kind. But I don't know, we ought to look into it, because they need
Yeah.
help it.
We do.
Whitmore has a mutual aid agreement with Lawrence, there, I don't know. Custer County has one with anything in Fremont County.
Is that EMS?
EMS,
No, it's fire.
Fire,
We
okay,
do not have any type of agreement for EMS.
right. That is gone away.
So, but, Whitmore Fire has an agreement with Florence Fire Protection District. But you might look and see just what's in place for sure, all the
Okay,
way down the line on that.
yeah, might as well look for a letter from them too.
Okay, well, I move we accept the approve this agreement, with the corrections.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, my name on there, but that's who I tested Jeremiah's.
You want to second it and vote on it?
I'll, move to second.
Okay, so I have a motion on the floor to approve the mutual aid agreement. Of the all hazard response services mutual aid agreement. With the corrections made here today. Any further discussion? Public comment? Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. That motion carries. You want to sign that, correct?
And I'll get you eventually a full copy.
Oh, yes.
Did you want
I
me
can get that.
Can you attest?
Attest to that?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can do that. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
Have a
over
good
early.
conference.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me know,
No problem. All said and done,
Okay, next item would be the consideration of selling lot 1A, block 1, Cuerno Verde Pines, number 6 to Kurt Mars.
Okay, I'll put this on and I'll speak to it real quick. You got, a good package that, you got the picture of it there. And here's a hard copy if you want to look at it.
Yeah, that one wasn't in a initial packet. I've got it in my email.
Yeah. So, I was asked by Kurt Mars, and it's Kert, which is on the, handout that Kelly gave us. There's nobody bordering it except Kirk. And that doesn't mean anybody else couldn't want to buy that sliver if they wanted to, so I would say we go through our normal process and put it up for a closed bid on it. All it is that sliver on the east side of Elkhorn Road, which curves right down through that property. And Kurt owns lot, that lot that's bolded right there in the bottom right-hand corner, as well as the section of ground above it. He owns all that ranch land.
So he's got
He's
these.
borders around three sides of him. He's got that one, this one, and this one. So, and it's not big enough to put anything on it, bought it separately, so
Who has the lot on the west side?
I don't remember the name. Kelly, it's
No, I was thinking that, oh, it just has the schedule.
just got the,
Oh,
I think it's on the
On the
back
west
page
side?
on the west side, that's listed, I think.
that's it. Is that west?
Ashton.
Yeah, that's west.
So,
I think it's listed on the
So the west-
sheet over there.
Says Ashton.
oh,
Ashton,
yeah, cause
yeah.
it's this piece,
Yeah,
right?
that piece.
Yeah, so it would be that person. Vance.
Now, there's a
Yeah.
fence that goes down, runs north and south that you don't see on there. And it's sort of dashed in here and I put in that the Mars Ranch put in a long time ago. It's been there ever since. He talked to JD about it. And JD, or not JD, it's JD's right hand, was it upstairs, so
And then who's got this piece?
that's Ashton.
Yeah, that's Ashton, but this is a separate piece here.
I don't know, that bottom piece, it's a corner, touches it, doesn't
Okay. Somebody different, it's got a house on it.
Mary Zawacki and Taylor Mark Randall.
it? Yeah, it's on that, if you roll down a little further, it's on there. I don't have a hard copy of that. So that piece just barely touches it. So we don't know, so that's reasonable to put it out and let them decide. do it or not.
So you're saying Mars put that fence in on the west side of the road?
Yeah,
anyway,
it's always
so
made.
they're already grazing that.
Yeah,
right?
they've already maintained it, do that. Yeah, that's correct.
But somebody would be able to buy it, put a well.
Sure.
and all that.
No,
No,
not big enough.
not big enough.
Me- me-
Even though we
me-
sliced it into that.
Yeah, that little piece, I don't know why it's sliced like that, but that's the way it turned out in the
Sliced out.
subdivision when they did. And I don't know why that's a right of way in there in county. I don't know, I don't have any idea
By
what
the
how the history of that.
lay of the land and the other lot lines, I would have said that, it would have went to that on the west side of the road there with Ashton's.
She would have thought it, but it didn't.
Hmm.
And the
103 by
Deed.
606 at the top.
denied. I don't know how we ended up with it, but we did.
How many other pieces of ground do we own?
We'll find out as time goes on.
No,
It's a
no,
piece
we're
of this
not
out.
done with
This
that.
way it does all the time.
Let's find out. Let's start selling them. Let's get rid of them. Let's get this fixed up. These onesie twosies.
Kind of crazy. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's nonsense. It's pain.
If we had put together a list and then decided to made a decision on selling a block of them or something, then we could just put it all up at the same time instead of, like, say, doing one at a time.
Depends on how they're, some places, if they're separated and you can do
Well-
it by pieces that are all together.
Mhm.
Yeah, but say put a dozen of them up for sale at the same time instead of one.
Well, I just wonder if we have two more of them or if there's 40 of them. I
Good
mean,
question.
9,000 parcels. Is it 2%? I mean, 2%.
It's a question to ask,
I'll talk to
JD
JD
and
about
the
that.
treasurer,
Yeah.
who keeps track of.
And
End
we're-
up in a track soon. Anyway, back to the issue at hand, I would move that we, put it out for a closed bid on it. And, give it 2 weeks like we did before, come back with a result. And I told Kurt at the time that was the process that we would go through. So we have been doing.
You say that's Kirk?
Kurt, Kert. Mars, Marrs.
Have a motion on the floor to,
I'll second.
okay, so I have a motion on the floor to sell lot 1A, or to put up for sale lot 1A, block 1, Corona Verde Pines, number 6. By, and you said by
2 weeks
sealed bid,
by sealed bid.
by sealed bid.
1.63 acres.
Advertising for 2 weeks. Is that an accurate description of the motion?
Yeah.
Any discussion? Public comment? Being the case, those in favor of advertising lot 1A, block 1, Corona Verde, the Pines, number 6. Advertising for 2 weeks and putting up for sealed bid. Signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. The motion carries. Did we want to, I guess I should have brought that up during discussion. Did we want to set a date for opening those then, or that would
We
go out
can.
until this week's paper?
We'd be looking at June, probably
Mid-month.
15th meeting,
Okay,
something like that.
This is
Or
the-
June 12th, I mean.
12th, whatever.
June 12th meeting. or
That 2
June 19th.
Then allow it 2 weeks.
No,
then
not. No, probably not. Let's just make it June 19th.
it's not.
That's the one in Wetmore,
Yes, it is the one.
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
that would work, because you might not get it in this week.
Right.
Then there's,
That way we don't get it in the paper this week.
should be able to get it in this week. Right? It's Tuesday, I don't know, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Okay, so those will be.
I'll bet we have a crack admin that'll make it happen.
Doesn't matter, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it's all good.
He's still on loose.
All right, next item up would be the consideration of resolution 24-06 protecting Arkansas River Basin water rights.
Get a copy of that. There it is. Okay, I put this on there also because I was asked, because I am the representative for the commissioners here for Upper Ark. Consider this, the other counties, Fremont County has signed one and they're working the others. And this is a, and Kelly, did you update this? You did.
Mhm.
So this is a resolution. And then I'll read it. It's a resolution by the Board of County Commissioners of Custer County affirming commitment to protect agricultural water rights in the Arkansas River Basin. And so it goes down and lists the reasons, and it goes to therefore be it resolved. The Board of Custer County Commissioner affirms the understanding that the central purpose of 20003 IGA is to prevent Aurora from purchasing any additional agricultural water rights and permanently transferring those water rights out of the Arkansas River Basin for municipal use. The Board of County Commissioners of Custer County believes the Aurora's purchase at this time of additional Arkansas River Basin water rights to transfer out of the Arkansas River Basin would violate the 2003 IGA, and the Board of County Commissioners of Custer County urges Aurora to cease all such violations and refrain from future violations. And 3, the Board of Custer County Commissioners believes the 2003 IGA is a foundational and beneficial document for the Arkansas River Basin, and that for benefit of maintaining regional cooperation and relationships between water rights owners and entities of the Arkansas River Basin, Aurora, the Southeast SECWCD, and the Upper Arkansas Water Conservancy District must remain in compliance with the terms, conditions, and goals of their respective 2003 IGA. And finally, 4, the Board of County Commissioners of Custer County supports both the, and I don't remember the acronym here, but it is the SECWCD, that's the Southeast Water Conservancy District, and the Upper Arkansas Water Conservancy District in their efforts to assure Aurora's compliance with the 2003 intergovernmental agreements. And it's signed by all 3 of the commissioners and attested by Kelly if we do that. It's exact same resolution that Fremont County has signed and put into play, and they need it fairly soon because they've got actions occurring.
So is Aurora coming after the?
Yeah.
They're gonna break their IGA then.
That's right, and so we want to make sure that we in the law, in the water courts that are going to resolve that as an action of what they're doing.
Where are they going after the water at this time?
It's out of the Arkansas River, it's taken the rights, and I don't know which, it's part of what the Conservancy District already has under their jurisdiction, and so they don't want to lose that, so they have to fight to keep that water in where it is today. So I'll get more details from them at the next meeting, but it's important. And that could be, it's not necessarily out of Custer County, it's part of the district.
Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of much.
Some rancher
That was
somewhere.
Aurora, on the H2O, correct?
No, that was Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs.
fountain, below. So it's
Did you
amazing.
make a motion on that?
Yeah, I
I
did.
just read that.
No, I made the motion to approve,
I will
Actually-
second that.
or did
You
it?
didn't make. a
Okay,
motion.
well, I moved that we, I guess I didn't. That we, approve, adopting resolution 2406. Protecting Arkansas River Basin water rights.
I would second. Further discussion?
None for me, sir.
None from you? Public comment?
Jim Shaplin, I just wanted to say I agree, we need to protect it and as quickly as possible. So I appreciate you moving forward.
Thank you, sir. I didn't even start your timer or nothing.
Jim's a man, of few words.
All right, nothing on mine. So those in favor of approving resolution
Adopting 24.
adopting resolution 24-06, resolution protecting Arkansas River Basin water rights.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, that motion carries.
So Bill, on the side note, have they selected a director now?
Oh, I was gonna bring that up at the commissioner items and I forgot, but yes, they have. I talked to Mike Shields again yesterday at the memorial service. He was there. They still haven't released the names because they're still negotiating salaries and that kind of thing.
Okay.
But they have got a guy and he's a
Okay.
great guy from district north and east of us.
All right.
You wanted to start off on the signatures on that and pass it across and then,
Hand me a nice pen with blooming.
and then we'll take a short break.
Yeah,
Well, actually, Dan is walking back as we speak.
We can still take a break.
Hmm?
We can still take a break.
we need to get some coffee.
When we get this signed and I can, make a motion here. I got to pull that up anyway.
That's quick. They must have been impressed.
Yes. I'm sure that wasn't.
Sorry, sir.
It's okay.
Adopted that.
Give me 1 second here. I'm looking for my.
Bill, do you want me to send you a copy of this signed so you can get it?
Yes.
wherever?
Thank you for that.
Okay. We have an executive session on the agenda today for personnel matters. And so I would move at this time to recess the BOCC meeting and go into executive session for 24-6-402 F CRS. And this will be regarding Public Health Department. Do I have a second?
I'll say.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so at this time, we will recess this meeting of the Custer County Board of Commissioners, and we will go into executive session.
There. Is that too much information?
And we're.
Not.
All right, thank you.
Around?
Last one. Okay. The time is now 10:12 a.m. and the,
Starting?
yes,
Oh,
are you,
hold on.
okay,
We're missing someone. Help her listen. You sure?
are we gonna? I'll wait for him.
Okay, I'm back.
Did you stick your head?
By Jen to take this.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
I'm taking it.
And did you get the credit card for the motel rooms? Talk to Mike Chesser about that, please.
Whenever you're ready, sure.
Yeah, waiver.
And Nikita.
Let's shut us off for just a minute.
All right, we're on.
Okay, the time is now 10:14 a.m. and the executive session has been concluded. The participants in the executive session were myself, Kevin Day, Commissioner Kanda, Commissioner Epp, Clerk of the Board, Kelly Camper, Attorney Dan Slater, and our HR Robert Smith. For the record, if any person who participated in the executive session believes that any substantial discussion of any matters not included in the motion to go into executive session occurred during the executive session, or that any improper action occurred during the executive session in violation of the open meetings law, I would ask that you state your concerns for the record now. Dan, could you give us a?
Everything that was discussed in the executive session fell within the ambit of the announced topic of a personnel matter regarding the public health department.
Thank you, sir.
I think the clerk has a statement as well.
Oh, yes, yes, so the recording stopped at around 9:30, and I was not able to get it to come back up until about 10 o'clock.
Not intentionally stopped.
Not intentional. It was unintentional
Software issue.
software, yes.
Thank you for that. Okay. Additional items of business.
I'll make a motion that we put Public Health Director Dr. Brown on administrative leave pending further investigation.
Paid administration.
Paid administration pending further investigation.
I'll second it.
Okay, so I have a motion on the floor to place the Director of Public Health on paid administrative leave pending further investigation. Any discussion on that?
No, sir.
Public comment?
The only thing I would add is when that directive is given to him, he needs to give up to whomever,
I'll talk to him.
give up his keys to the building. And be told that he's not to have contact with anyone of any of the employees of the department, either by phone or text or emails. And to remain available to respond to, the Board of County Commissioners if they want to talk with him or with any representative of the board for whatever reason.
Thank you, sir. And that would be taking place immediately.
Yes, sir.
Any other discussion? Those in favor of placing the Director of Public Health on paid administrative leave pending further investigation with the items discussed, signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. That motion carries. Any other additional items of business?
Just go through next, month's meeting schedule. First, second, and fourth are here. The third one is down in Wetmore.
Date, what's the date?
The date would be the 19th.
19th.
Yes, sir. And I think that is posted down there in Wetmore.
It is at the library and at the post office.
Okay,
Did get that taken care of.
then you're more than welcome to come to Wetmore, Dan.
It's a much easier job.
No mountain passes. Okay. Anything else?
None from me.
Public comment? None online, nothing here. This meeting is adjourned 10:19 a.m. Thank you all.